What can I say? The camera loves me.
And it keeps me from facing,
Yeah.
so you leave me alone. Yeah, it focuses there.
Doesn't he look
Okay.
so much better?
3.1b, finish it up, doing operations of functions. And so what we're looking at doing is just taking two functions, and so they'll give you those functions. For example, we'll say f of x is 2x plus 3, and g of x is, let's say, x squared minus 4. And operations of these functions are operations or addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And so that's what we're going to do with them. So for example, we'll figure out what f plus g of x is. And what you can think of it, and that's the way it's going to be written, but the way you can think of it is if we distributed that x through, we have f of x plus g of x. And so we're just going to take our two functions and just add them together. So our f of x is this 2x plus 3. And then we're going to add that to our g of x. And then it's just a matter of combining any like terms here. Okay, so we'll combine like terms. Also, we'll write our answer in decreasing order. Okay, which means that we'll start out with an x squared as our answer, because that's our biggest exponent, plus 2x, and then we can combine our constants. So then that becomes our answer to f plus g of x.
The ones we have to put like f inside.
You just slow down while
We'll
you get there.
get to that later.
Right.
Okay, so subtraction. Again, same thing. Just taking your f of x, except this time we're going to subtract our g of x. Take our f of x, subtract our g of x. The biggest thing here is when you subtract that second function, make sure that you distribute the negative sign through. So what would our answer be here?
Negative x squared. Yeah, x squared plus 2x plus
Okay. Okay. All right, we can multiply as well. We're going to take our f of x times our g of x. And what do we have to do to multiply those? Well, go ahead and do that. most of the time, you're just going to be able to plug those in and be done. Now you do need to look at it and see, could I simplify that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the bottom would factor to what?
X plus 2 and X minus.
X plus 2 and x minus 2, difference of squares there. So if I would have had an x plus 2 on top or an x minus 2, then I could have done some canceling and simplifying. Okay. Here there's nothing common both top and bottom, and so that's going to be it as far as my function goes.
When we write our answer, do you want us to write it like that, or do you want us to have it written
You
out?
can just leave it as this. It's fine. Now, the other thing that we have to do with the division is identify our domain. Okay? Now, on your assignment, the book's going to tell you to find the domain of all 4 of these. These first 3 are going to be all real numbers for what you're doing. Okay? So just find the domain of this last part. And that goes back to what we did yesterday.
So just X squared minus 4 goes.
So we gotta set our x squared minus 4 equal to 0, because that's our denominator. Add 4 to both sides, square root. And so for our domain, we get x cannot equal what?
Plus or minus 2?
Plus or minus 2. So then all of that will be your answer for the division. Okay, then the next part of the assignment, still using this idea of operations of functions, but instead of having f plus g of x, they're going to give you an actual number. Let's do negative 2 here. Easiest way to do this is, because I already did the addition of the functions and got an answer, just plug the negative 2 into your answer.
So it's not going to ask us to do that until after we've already
Right.
done that.
Now, you know, if you had a problem where it wasn't, they gave you this to start with, you could still do it with an x.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do is do negative 2 into your f, negative 2 into your g, and then take those answers. I'd just go ahead and plug it into this though, because that's already simplified. So if I plug in negative 2 into this function, what do we get?
4 plus. Oh, negative. Yeah. 4 minus 4.
Right.
Negative 1.
Right.
Negative 1.
We have negative 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4, so those cancel out. We're just left with that negative 1. Go ahead and try these 3 on your own here.
When there's on the minus one, if there's already a negative on the x, do you keep like put that outside parentheses?
Right here.
Yeah.
So you're going to have the opposite of whatever you're plugging in for your x squared. get for the subtraction?
4.
Ooh. I got negative 1, or, I got 4.
I got
And
4.
I got
Should get 4. Okay?
out of it.
Because again, we're doing negative of 3 squared.
Oh, I,
Not negative 3 squared, it's the negative of 3 squared.
what's the question?
So that would be a negative 9 plus 6.
Crap, I
Plus
did
7.
Oh.
Multiplication,
Negative 15.
negative 15. And division,
Negative 3/4.
negative 3/4. Clear as mud?
Exactly. No, it's as clear as crystal
Okay.
water.
Alright, 3-1B for tomorrow.
These lessons are really short.
And it was what these last year.
Not very good.
I got you.
Like,
Oh, you got me today?
Like,
I'm telling you, my game's up.